So what do you think about data science and cybersecurity? Is there any relation between them?
Definitely, because before we talk about cybersecurity, right, most of the conferences that I went, people will start to ask me, Dr. Lau, how do you see data science and the relationship with privacy? So it's actually those sort of topics they always come together. And if you follow the news of US, the White House administration, Donald Trump banned from Facebook, and then the other apps who support Donald Trump will get banned by Twitter, AWS, that sort of thing. So they actually, those giants are fighting with each others, and all these are because of data, right? They are fighting because of the ownership of the data. They are fighting because of the usage of data. And for the past 4 to 5 years, Mark Zuckerberg has been answering questions to the Congress because of the privacy issues as well. And everybody knows that that is a gold mine. Then of course people will start to do all sort of things like cybersecurity. They go and scan your data. They go and steal your data, and then there will be breach of privacy issues, and all these are different aspects of the data. As an individual, especially most of us are students or working adults here, you probably don't feel it that way. But as soon as you're in the company, right, you store everything in the cloud. And a lot of people think that storing thing in your laptop, storing thing in your thumb drive is definitely more secure. Actually, cloud is a lot more secure. HTTPS. I'm not saying that they are not hackable. To be precise, they are mathematically non-hackable at this stage, meaning that in order to crack your password, it takes a lot longer than it should. But definitely cybersecurity is one of the things that every company that owns data, whether you are data consumers, whether you are a data generator, you definitely have to think about it. And something that's interesting that I can tell you as well is that a lot of people, they use fingerprint as one of the biometric, right? Fingerprint is actually a very bad way to use as a password. So it's something for you to think about.
What is the difference between data science, data engineers, and data analytics, especially from your side?
If we put it in terms of subjects, right, you have data science, data engineering, and then data analysis. So if we put it into a position, these are actually three major roles in the data science team. So you have data analysts, you have data engineers, and then you have data scientists. So let's start with data engineers first. Data engineers usually is the person that handles the entire architecture platform, and they build the pipelines. You don't only have databases like rows and columns. You have a lot of different data. So how do you bring different data into a single platform so that it can be ready for analysis? So that's number one. And then number two is, if you think about companies, big companies like Azure, Grab, all those, right? Not only they need to have a lot of data that's coming in for analysis, but they need to have a lot of data that is going out as well for their consumer to use. So imagine if Facebook down for a good 15-20 minutes, everybody will be ranting like, hey, what's wrong? Usually that's the not usually I mean usually that's a problem with the database servers. Data engineers job is to make sure that the platform, the data pipelines are well built. And then after you have gotten all the necessary data that you need, the next thing is to analyze the data. So in data science, we have this framework called OSEMN framework. So it's actually OSEMN. That's what we call the OSEMN framework. So when you have OSEMN framework, it stands for obtaining data, grabbing data, exploring data, modeling data, and also interpreting the results. After gather the data, right, you need to analyze the data and explore the data first. A lot of people think that, oh, the most interesting part in data science is actually building the models, the AI. Actually, to us, that is relatively easier part. You know what I mean? Like the models are there. You only have that sort of models, and you have classifications, you have clustering. That's about it. Of course, if you make good predictions, you're happy, and then if you make bad predictions, then you're sad. So data analysts are very good in analyzing the data and then tell you something that they found from the data, what is there, what is missing, are there outliers, and etc. And then in your workplace, right, a data analyst job is usually very vertical. They're very specialized. Then you have data scientists. So data scientists in the organization or in the data science team, our job is a little bit broader. So we look after the entire spectrum of the entire OSEMN framework. So we need to know how to deliver a data science project end to end, from gathering data all the way to presenting it to the stakeholders for them to make decisions. So that's the difference between data engineering, data analysis, data analytics, or data science.